Riverin, past Eve and Adams, from swerve of shore to bend of bay, brings us by a commodious ficus of recirculation back to Howth Castle and environs, Sir Tristram, Violer d'Amours, for over the short sea. Had Passancourt re-arrived from North Armorica on this side the scraggy isthmus of Europe Minor to Wheel to fight his Peninsula war. Nor had Top Sawyer's rocks by the stream Oconee exaggerated Thamesels to Lawrence counties Gorgias while they went Dublin their mumber all the time, nor a voice from a fire bellowsed mishmished toft dwarf Thuat Petrick, not yet. Though Venezoon after, had a kidskid button to the bland old Isaac, not yet. Though all's fair in Vanity, were Sosie Cestas wrote with Twonat and Joe. Rot a peck of Pasmold had Gem Orshen brewed by Arclight and Rory end to the Regan brow was to be seen rings among the Aquiface, the fall, Bubbiddle Garag to Caminaron con Bronteneran to Unthan Treverhan once gone to Behoden and Ternock. Of the once Wall Street Oldber is retailed early in bed and later on life down through all Christian minstrelsy. The great fall of the Upwall entailed at such short notice the feud to Finnegan, a solid man, that the Humpty Hill head of Hum's elf promptly sends an unqueering one well to the west in quest of his Tumty Tumtos. And their upturned Bicapointan place is at the knockout in the park where oranges have been laid to rust upon the green since Devlin's first loved Livy. What clashes here of wills gen once, oistrigads gaggin fishigads, breakhack kagek. Coax, Ualu. We are where the Baudelaires partisans are still out to. Mathmaster Malachus McGrains and the Verdants catapulting the cannibalistics out of the hoita boys of Howdy Head, a seagales and boomerang strums. Sod's brood, be me fear. Sanglorians, safe. Arms Appia with lambs appalling. Kinnikilgally. A toll. What chance cuddleize? What cashels aired and ventilated? What bedemeta love induced by what tegatet upsilvas? What true feeling for their's hair with what strong voice of false Jacob? Oh, hear how hot sprout met the dusk the father of fornicationists, but, oh my shining stars and body how hath finesse and most high heaven the sky sin of soft advertisement. But was this? Is youth? Ere were Sullers? The oaks of old now they lie in peat, yet elms leap where ashes lay. Fall if you but will, rise you must, and none so soon either shall the fast for the nuns come to a set-down secular phonish, like Mester Finnegan, of the stuttering hand, Freeman's Moorer, lived in the broadest way imaginable in his rushlet too far back for messages before Joshua and Judges had given us numbers or Leviticus committed Deuteronomy. One yeasty day he sternly stuck his tet in a tub for to watch the futures of his fates, but ere he swiftly stuck it out again, by the might of Moses, the very water was evaporated and all the Guneses had met their exodus, so that ought to show you what a pinchantichi chap he was, and during mighty odd years this man of hard cement and edifices in Topers Thorpe piled Boulden supra Boulden pon the banks for the livers by the Somme, so he had a little fiffy Aniog the little crater, with her hair in Hans took up your part in her. Oft while Baubulus, mither ahead, with goodly trowel in grasp and ivory-iled overalls which he habitacularly fancied, like Carun Childeric Egebirth, he would caligulate by multiplicables the altitude and multitude, until he seesaw by neat light of the liquor wherein 'twas born his roundhead staple of other days to rise in undress masonry upstanded, joy granted, a wallworth of a skyscape of most Eiffel Hoyth and Howley, originating from next to nothing and celescalating the himmels and all, he architected it to ploftical, with a burning bush above off its border top and with Laren's o'tools clittering up and tumbles of buckets clattering down. Of the first was he to bear arms in the name, was Sally Boosely of Risengeborg, his crest of heraldry, invert with ancillas, troublant, argent, a hegoak, pursuivant, horrid, horned, his scutcheon, fest, with archers strung, Elio, of the second, hooches for husbandman handling his hoe. Ha 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 ha, Mr. Finn, you're going to be Mr. Finn again. Come day moment, oh, you're vine. Sundays evened, ah, you're vinegar. Ha 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 ha, Mr. Fun, you're going to be fined again. What then agent like brought about that tragedy thought us day this municipal sin business? Our cube house still rocks as ear witness to the thunder of his eraphitus, but we hear also through successive ages the chubby chorish of uncalified hymns that would blackguardize the whiteston ever heartlet turtled out of heaven. Stay us wherefore in our search for righteousness, O sustainer, what time we rise and when we take up the toothpick and before we lump down upon our leatherband in the night and at the fading of the stars. For a nod to the nabber is better than a wink to the wabsanti. Other ways like that provost's coughing Bedouin the Jebel and the Egyptian sea. Crawford the Crunchbrecken shall decide. Then we'll know if the feast is a fly day. She has a gift of seek on sight and she all casually answers helpers, the dromedary. Heed, it may have been a misfired brick, as some say, or it might have been due to a collapsus of his back promises, as others looked at it. There extant by now 1001 stories, all told of the same. But so sordid by Ivy's Holiad Abels, what with the Walhall's horrors of Rolls-Royce, perhaps, stone engines, kissed veins, tram trees, fagabolas, autokinetons, hippohobolis, street fleets, touring taxes, megafogs, circuses and wards moats and basilicarks and the ropagades and the hoys and the jollibrule and the peeler in the coat and the Mecklenburg bitch bite at his ear and the Merlinborough Burks and his 4 old Poricots, the Boar the Moor, and his blight black working stacks at 12 pins a dozen and the noob abuses slading along Savetta Street and the Derry Jellybees snooping around Telno. Taylor's corner and the fumes and the hopes and the stroop a thump of his bills indigenous rummy keepers, home sweepers, dummy creepers, furum and furum infansum ad murum and all the uproar from all the off-roofs. A roof for me and a reef for you, but under his bridge suits Tony one warning Phil tippling full. His head field heavy, his hodded did shake. There was a wall of course in erection. Dim he started from the latter. Damn he was dod. Done. Mastabatum, mastabatum, when among Marys his loop is all long. For whole the world to see, shies, I should she. Macool, or a ydda, of a trying thirst famed on in. Sobs they sided at Finnegans Wake, all the hoolivans of the nation, prostrated in their consternation and their duodecimally profusive plethora of ululation. There was plums and grooms and sheriffs and citharas and raiders and signmen too, and all giant in with the shout most joviality. Agog and Magog and the round of the McGrog, to the continuation of that celebration until Han and Hinny. Gan's extermination. Some in kink in chorus, more kankin keening. Belling him up and felling him down, he's stiff but he's steady, is Primoline. 'Twas he was the doesn't gay labouring youth. Sharpened his pillow skull, tap up his byre. Ere where in this world would ye hear such a din again? With their deep breath fondugs and the dusty fidelius, they laid him broad on a langlist bed, with a bocalypse of Finnisky for his feet, and a barrow load of Guinness o'er his head. To the tootle of the fluid hang the twaddle of the fuddled. Oh, hurrah! There is but young leap for the owl globe wheels in view, which is tautologically the same thing. Well, him a being so on the flounder of his bulk like an overgrown babeling, let we peep. See, at home. Well, see PG he ought. Platypus. From Shopalis to Bailiwick, or from Ashton to Berenoth, or from Boo at the Banks to Roundhead, or from the foot of the bill to Iriglensi he calmly extends solis. And all the way, a horn, from Fjord to Gel his baywines abobos shall wail him rock-bound. Ho ho ho, in swims wamswim and all the libilong night, the Deldale dalpling night, the night of blue ribbles, her flitterflued intricky trochees. O Carina, wake him, with her Isevens and her patajack matins about all them ins and ouses, tilling a teal of a tom, telling a toll of a teary turty toddling. Grace before glutton, for what we are, give, agrosith, we are, about to believe. So pool the beg and pass the kish for cross sake. Omen, so Silas. Gram pupus is fallen down, but Grinny spreads the board. Was on the joint of a dash. finfo from the fush, whilst be his bacon head, a loaf of Sinkbentry's Kennedy bread, and was hitched to the hop in his tail, a glass of Danu Udinell's famous old Dublin ale. But, lo, as you would quaff of his fraud stuff and sink teeth through that pit of a floater white bodie, behold of him as behemoth, for he is no low finish, only a photograph of a yestern scene, almost Rubicon Samusler, ancient from out the ages of the Agapemonides. He is smolten in our midst, wobickened and packed away, so that meals dead off for summon, sklug, splice and good hearing, yet may we not see still the Brontoich thine form outlined, a slumbered, even in our own night time by the sedge of the troutling stream that Bronto loved and Bronto has a lead on. Hic cubit edilus, apid libertinum pervulum. What if she be in flags or flitters, reappearikes or Sunday closes, with a mint of mines or beggar of pennyweight, ara, sure, we all love little Annie Rooney, or, we mean to say, love a little Anna Rainey, when under her brella, mid piddle med puddle, she nilligos nanigos nancing by. Yo! Brunt alone slops, yo snores. Upon Ben Heather, in Sepal I see it too. The chronic head on him, caster of his reasons, here Yuffner in yond mist. Whose? His clay feet, sworded in verdigris, stick up strap where he last fell in 'em, by the mund of the magazine wall, where our Maggie C. Knoll, with her sister in shawl. While over against this bells a lion's behind ill 60, a lollo de ill, bag sides of the fort, bomb, terribum, terroribum, lurk the bushes, the sight of the living in wait of the upjock and hockums. Hence when the clouds roll by, Jamie, a proud sea view is enjoyable of our Mandings Mass, now Wallenstone National Museum, with, in some greenish distance, the charmful waterless country and they two quitty-white villagettes who here show of themselves so jiggles amongst the foliages, the pretalies. Penetrators are permitted into the museum and free. Well shone the Paddy Patkinses, 1 shilling. Redismembers invalids of old guard find pausiprums to sate. The sort of their but, for her pasky supply to the janitrix, the mistress cat, tip,